EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a very sold-out Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, it's Wildcard weekend, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Dreadnoughts of Honolulu taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Set.
The drive starts with a give to Spiller. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish it not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And some oohs and ahs from the crowd as he jukes his way forward for a couple of yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. Short throw to Smith. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11. 11 mighty, 11 mighty.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
On one, right?
2nd down and 8.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Burrow will throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
12, 12, 12. 11 MT, 11 MT.
Here's Burrow. That is caught. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
11, Thomas. 12, 12, 12. 12, 12, 12.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Milton Williams busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
12, 12, 12. Stop.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a fourth and goal.
There's another example that playing football isn't strictly being physical. You've got to think as well. Nice job reading his keys by the linebacker and going out in the open space. When they dumped it to the back, he was able to make the play and stop him short of the goal line.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. Fourth and goal from the 2. They get this out quickly to the left side. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and the ball will go over on the goal line stand. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Well, Charles, what a rookie season he had, catching the football over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020. 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year 1. 2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Herbert. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, we got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
11, 11, 11. Don.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
11, 11, 11. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. Don.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Higgins, what a catch. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Short throw. He's got Kraft. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and 2, Herbert. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
On 4th down, Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Johnston. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. On 1st and 10 is Spiller, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 7. Out of the gun, Herbert. He gets this out to Spiller. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Give running right is Spiller. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. They begin with a run by Mixon. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Eric Stokes in on the tackle.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
11.
Now it's Burrow. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
11.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Short throw to Smith. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The fullback comes through with a big play there. 59 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. 2nd down and 4. On 2nd down, Spiller looking for space. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down Bengals will get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is where close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
Here we go, here we go. MT, take. Stop.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
11 MT, 11 MT. 12. Stop.
Now Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Gun. 11 MT, take. Stop.
And he'll spot Higgins open left side. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. This goes out wide from Mixon. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Here we go.
4 receivers on the field. It's 3rd and 4.
MT, take. 11 Thomas. Stop.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Here we go. Stop.
Mixon will go off tackle left. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
At the 22-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
That's a nice job right there. Get the ball out to the perimeter. Get it to your guy in space. And he's just going to take this, turn upfield, and turn it into a big play in 1st and goal.
Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. McPherson on for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback. I'd say that it's fair to say nothing has gone right in this first half for them. Even here, you've got a chance to at least get on the board, but that goes by the wayside. And now, this coaching staff, they've got to figure out some way to wake this team up at halftime to get them going.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That is incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC Wildcard game.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
11, 11, 11.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home
11
crowd
empty,
behind
11
them, and
empty.
they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Joe Mixon.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Joe Mixon
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 21-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A handoff to Spiller. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, and now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Herbert now. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Stop.
Mixing up the middle. Gets by him at the 25. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 116 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round.
On one, right?
Burrow on play action. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. Irv Smith Jr. from 17 yards out. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's...
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And quickly, they get to the line. A delayed give to Spiller. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Play action. It's Herbert. They'll roll him out right. He's got it. It's Spiller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Justin Herbert looking to pass. It's Williams on the catch. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. The throw over the middle, taken in. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Straight ahead, it's Spiller. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll try and run for it with Spiller. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Now receiver in motion left.
Hey, go lion.
They snap it to Herbert. And it's caught. Touchdown. Quentin Johnston, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Dreadnoughts go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And it's now a 28-7 ball game. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
125 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
Once again, they run with Mixon. Cincinnati score.
Joe Mixon
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Bengals get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Inside the 20.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. And a huge play that time. 43 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Set.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. To the air again, Herbert. And it's caught. Touchdown. Quentin Johnston, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dreadnoughts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 46 yards. And the Bengals have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
11.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And able to work his way down to the 16. Wow, 213 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, They want to show the world they're up to the challenge. And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Chase Brown, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Here's Herbert. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
But when this game is done, the credit will go to the consistent pressure on the quarterback as a huge cause of this win. Most teams are happy if they get a few of these games per year. You know they're going to watch this tape over and over, try to identify what's working and keep it going.
Pass out left finds Johnston. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. Now a deep one for Johnston. And incomplete on the deep ball. Dropped it, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll give this out the middle to Brown. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
Here's Brown on 2nd down. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Brown.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal.
From the right hash and a bit of a tight angle.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Herbert's this throw taken in by Johnston.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Herbert throwing again.
Drops it underneath to Spiller.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chidobe with a pick. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.